What's up, YouTube? So SDS dropped a whole new set of cards again, and personally I think while these cards may be the same old cards over and over again with different designs, I think it's necessary for them to give out these cards at this point in the year. All right, we're gonna go over each card through each program, the online rewards versus the collection rewards, and so on and so on. But this is pretty much the intermediate content drop between season changes. So the next content drop will be the change from season 4 to season 5, which means you will have to get rid of, well, not get rid of, but stop using all of your set 3 cards, unless you want to wildcard one of them. I know a lot of people will wildcard that Ellie De La Cruz, but nonetheless, let's get into these cards. The first one I want to go over is this events card. We haven't had a good events card since the Moonshot event, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion, but Xander Bogaerts is the 20-win card. Pretty good. I like Xander Bogaerts' swing. This is his old, this is going back to his Boston Red Sox days. When he was on that team, he had the finest card last year. If you played 22, that was a great card. Dropped at the very end of the year, so I don't know how many people got to use it, but this looks very similar, and it's a very good card. 120 contact and 125 contact. The power doesn't reach 100, but it's one of those cards where you sacrifice the good stance and swing and the way he plays with the power. So he's got a lot of quirks along with it, so that definitely helps a lot. I think it's worth it to try to get 20 wins, but when we show you the other cards, you may realize that you want to save this events grind for later. So some of the other cards in this career tribute program are along the route of this events path, so it might be worth it just to get some of these packs. You get 3 packs here, 2 packs here, and these are obviously all chance packs, not choice packs, but we'll go through these guys as well. So the first one that stands out to me, we have a 94 overall Patrick Corbin that plays pretty well, so it might not be worth it to try to go after this one unless you really like Patrick Corbin. But I think I'm gonna settle with a 94 if I don't go with this card. But if you do get this card, that's great. Then you can replace him. It's pretty good. Everything that needs to be above 100 which is stamina, hits per 9, K per 9, walks per 9. The home runs per 9 is really low. I wish that was closer to 100. But pitching clutch 101. This card, to me, it's not that much better than his 94. So I don't think it's the first. If you get it by chance, obviously, you can keep it or sell it, but to me, that's not the best one in this pack. So let's go to the other reliever first, Kenley Jansen. This is a great card, 125 hits per 9 and K per 9. 103 walks per 9, and then 99 home runs per 9. 125 pitching clutch, and then he's got 2 quirks. He doesn't have any outliers, but 99 velo, and then the 5-pitch mix with the cutter, sinker, slider, fastball, changeup. This one, I think, is a really good addition to your bullpen if you can get it. So this would be my first pick out of this pack. So it's not too bad. And then you got Mike Moustakas. We saw a good card from him earlier in the year with the Home Run Derby card, but you can't really use those cards too long into the season. This one is much more playable with the 109, 107 contact, and then 120 power and 109 power. All right, and then Elvis Andrus, kind of a sleeper card. He's a fan favorite of a lot in this game particularly. He plays pretty well. He's only got 1 quirk and not a lot of pop. So I don't see myself using him, but again, at this point, you're either playing the game seriously and competitively. I'm gonna move my face. Or you're just playing for fun. You want to use your favorite cards, your cards that you really like using. I think this is one of them, and you want them to be you want them to compete too, in order to have fun with them. And I think this will compete, but it's not one of my favorites. I'm not on that boat right now, but Elvis Andrus, like I said, fan favorite. You might see him around a little bit too. Evan Longoria, they had the Longo Incognito series card earlier. That was a pretty good card. I think that was a Battle Royale reward. So this one's a little bit easier to get, so it's a little bit knocked down on the stats, but you got 105 contact, 116 contact, and then 105 and 110 power with 108 clutch. Pretty balanced and even across the board hitting-wise, and 92 vision, and then 97 fielding. 99 reaction at third base. That's huge. So you'll see him at third base if people get him, along with the other third baseman I'll show you. Xander Bogaerts can play third, obviously, too. Paul Goldschmidt, this is a great throwback Arizona Diamondbacks, signature series card. He got 111 contact, 125 contact, 102 and 117 power with 117 clutch. All right, that's pretty damn good. Balanced with pop, a 94 fielding at first base, an 85 reaction, so he's actually a good first baseman to use as well. Okay, so that's the event rewards. Along the path, there's a 97 Lance Lynn I won't go over, and then you get a Events Rewind pack at 10, which has some of these guys in here. No 99s, but none of these guys are really worth, I would sell that card if you get it. I'm going to hop into ranked because this is my favorite looking card I've seen so far. The World Series reward, whether you grind the ranked program or you get to World Series in the rankings above 900, there are some, these are really good cards, and this is the first time this year I think it's actually really difficult to choose which one you're going to pick. They're all great looking cards when I go into the stats here. So let's start with my favorite looking one. I've never seen a platinum glove card art, so this is pretty sweet. Nolan Arenado, he's won, 10 or 11 gold gloves by now, and he's got the platinum glove here in this card. 117 and 120 contact, 108, 125 power, and then 120 clutch. 103 vision. People are kind of in between on his stance. They think he hovers over the plate. He kind of chops down at the ball. He starts up real high with the bat. I personally, it's one of those swings you just got to learn to use. And once you do, you can become really good with this card, even against righties. And then fielding it's the best fielding card in the game, at least here on the attributes, as you can see. 99s across the board. Fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, and reaction. The only bummer about this card is the 43 speed, and then he's got all the quirks you can really want in a hitter. Maybe missing a few, but this is by far none the best fielding third baseman, and one of the better hitting, balanced hitting cards for Nolan we've seen in a while. And he's got that vision boosted up from what I've recalled in past Nolan Arenado cards. So this one, I thought it would be my first pick until I look at these other ones. Chourio, I think that's how you say it, Jackson Chourio. He is the prospect center fielder for the Brewers. And when the first four attributes I see here, if he fits some team boost, he doesn't fit the durability, but if he fits some other team boost, he could get this card like close to Babe Ruth looking stats on the hitting side. So he's got 111, 114 contact, 115 and 125 pop, 117 clutch. Fielding is great for center field with 90 reaction, 92 speed, and then 85 arm accuracy and strength, 96 speed. He can steal bags with 92 stealing ability and 93 base running aggressiveness. This is one of the most balanced cards in the entire game right now. And I feel like I'm going to keep saying that over a couple of cards, but I do think SDS is doing a good job of putting these cards out here. The way we get them, I think it's fair to put this into a ranked seasons reward, the way we get some of the other cards in the programs and the grind programs and the collections. It's a little difficult to get all his collection rewards, or get all the cards for those collection rewards, but these are pretty fair and simple. This is a season you're going to want to try pretty hard to go for 900 to get the reward, and then grind the ranked program as well, play the innings, and get two of these packs. All right, last one, Johnny Cueto. I personally need to boost my rotation, so this one, it's going to be hard for me to pick, but I would like to add this card to my rotation if I can. 121 stamina, 117 hits per 9, 101 K per 9, 95 home run per 9 is pretty big, 107 walks per 9, and 125 pitching clutch. And then he's got 95 velo, 96 break, 91 control. I'm back and forth about how I feel about Johnny Cueto in general. Sometimes I struggle against him with people who know how to pitch with him. If you don't know how to pitch with him, the 95 velo is that perfect sweet spot of velocity where it's like batting practice too. So it's one of those cards where if you get him, you got to learn how to, locate pitches with him and sequence and tunnel pitches in the zone to get your opponent to strike out. He is more of a strikeout pitcher than you realize if you know how to use him. He's only got break outlier, so I like the pitch mix. Obviously, fastball, cutter, sinker, circle change, slider. That's one of my favorites, but it's going to be tough to choose. I have some good third basemen in already. We have that Troy Gloss card from the Pennant Chase program, is pretty cheap right now, so I might put Nolan on the back burner. This Jackson Chourio, I got some pretty good outfielders too. I got the Mike Trout, but when set 4 changes over to set 5, it's going to be important to have some good outfielders if you only have set 3 guys right now. All right. The championship series, you got these guys, Michael Brantley. It's a pretty good card. And then you get some career tribute cards along the way, packs, I should say, and then the pennant chase packs as well. All right, and then the program is, the only added program is the career tribute. So, you know, biggest ones in here are going to be the Miggy and the Wayno card you get along the way. I struggle using Adam Wainwright. He gives up a lot of home runs. He's got 94 home runs per 9 here, and then 111 stamina, 114 hits per 9, that's good, 109 K per 9, and 117 pitching clutch, 104 walks per 9, 93 control, 90 velocity. That's okay for a Wayno card. And then 99 break. He's got break outlier. Not too bad. Maybe we'll see him if people know how to pitch with him, but I think he's batting practice as well. Miggy, this card's awesome. I mean, you can't beat it. They seem to give us a really good Miggy card every year, and I'm really happy they're doing it again because max contact, 121 pop against righties, 112 against lefties, 100 vision, 125 clutch, and 112 discipline. This is great. Yeah, I could see people using this card from here to the end of the season. So if you remember, set 4 cards will be able to be used from now until the end of the season without having to wild card any set 4 cards. Reason being is season 5 is going to contain set 4 and set 5 cards. That's what will be allowed. And then season 6 will be season 6 will be all cards. You can use sets 1 through 6 once season 6 comes out. So that means there's no period of time where set 4 cards will be not allowed to be used from what we know right now, unless SDS changes something, but that's how it's going to be. So I could see people using this card either at first base, at their DH spot, or on the bench for the rest of the season. That's how good this card looks on paper. Miguel Cabrera has always had a good swing in this game, I think. They haven't changed anything with it. His stance or swing, so expect to see this card. It's very good, and it's free. 85 XP along this path. Just grind this one out. It's not going to be fun, but just do it. It's going to be worth it, I think. So you get a choice pack, 2 choice packs. They're being pretty generous with this one. You have Carlos Santana. I know he's a fan favorite. He can play catcher as a secondary position with 85 fielding. That's not bad. And then he's got 102 and 125 contact, 120 power, and then 108 power. So kind of a reverse splits. 113 vision, that's great. 109 clutch, 125 discipline. You already see some people having paralleled. And then 99 durability. He fits that team if you want to wild card Cal Ripken Jr. Matt Carpenter. We haven't really seen a good Matt Carpenter card this year. You have 122 contact and 116 contact against lefties. I think with his stance, he can hit lefties just as well as righties. And then 123 and 104 pop, 102 vision, maxed out discipline and clutch. And then he's got good fielding at first base, third base, and second base. He could play. I'd rather just put him at first or second, though. I don't think with the third baseman in this game that you would use him there. And then Christian Yelich, he's another fan favorite. So you have contact against righties, maxed out, 112 against lefties, 118 and 106 pop, 92 vision, 125 discipline, and then 120 clutch. And he's got 87 fielding with 82 reaction and 92 speed, 91 stealing, 85 base running aggressiveness. So this Christian Yelich is similar to the 30-30 club card we had for him a couple years ago. He can steal bases and play the outfield. So you might see him in the outfield as well. All right. That's pretty much it for the cards. You get some other packs along the way. A lot of these career tribute packs. So you'll see a lot more of these cards in people's lineups. And I think it's pretty fair what they added. I think this is a good addition as far as content. You never know what cards are going to come out. Like, don't feel the need to grind every program if you don't think the cards are worth it. Obviously, everyone wants the collection rewards, but you can compete pretty well in ranked seasons without those collection reward cards, without the Jimmy Fox, Mookie Betts, and the Corey Kluber card. Those are great additions, but you have to collect so many cards to get to them. If you don't feel like grinding these programs that don't seem like they're worth it, then I just wouldn't do that. I don't have nearly enough cards to get any of those collection rewards right now based on what's been going on in my real life. I don't have the time to sit down and grind some of these programs that I just don't feel like grinding. I only have 93 cards, so the first pack I'll get is at 135, and I honestly might go with Corey Kluber. I think I have enough good catchers and outfielders to set me up for a Season 5 turnover, and I don't need the Betts or Jimmy Fox card right now, as much as I would like to have one of them or both of them. I think when I get to 135, I'll add this to my rotation, Corey Kluber. So like, subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It's free to do so. Comment down below what you think of this content drop, and I will see you on the next one.